Hey everyone, it's Jurdi here. In the last video, I explained an overview of the DISC profile. And remember, DISC is a communication model, how to become effective communicator, all right? And how do you use it? Whether you are a business owner, how to be able to communicate with your team. If you are in a company, how to be able to communicate with a coworker, your boss, direct reports. If you are able to communicate with your patients coming into your clinic, how to make them feel comfortable. It works in all ways. If you're a salesperson, how to tailor your presentation to fit your prospects' behavior or communication style. DISC is one of the most effective communication tools that you can learn. So in the last video, I talked about the overview, big picture overview. And in this video, I'm gonna go in depth of each one of them. And the D today, which stands for the driver, right? And the future videos, I'm gonna go into the I, the S, and the C, all right? So, drivers, bottom line, that's their motto. Get to the bottom line, spare me the feelings, I could care less how you feel about it, let's get to the point, let's get the job done. Don't waste my time, all right? The column here in blue, these are the strengths. The area here in red, these are areas of opportunities that they can work on. So let's start with the strength. They're very direct, to the point, bullet points. You can communicate with them through email. Come into their office. If you come into their office, don't come up with a problem unless you have at least 2 possible solutions with it. Let them have the choice in picking what the solution is. So you can tailor the solution where both of them are good for you, but let them feel they're in control, because they love to be in control. They're the driver, okay? Because they're too direct, they can come across as they lack empathy, and the area of improvement for them is to become better listeners. So one thing they can do is you can start repeating back what the other person said, and obviously not everything, but when there are emotions right there involved, you repeat back what the other person say and add some emotional terms to it. So for example, what I heard you say, John, is, that must be frustrating, right? Something simple like that. Dominant. They have no problem to express themselves. They're in a meeting, they have something to say, they have no problem to express themselves. They're very competitive in nature, which makes them a natural born leader. As a downfall of that, if they don't manage it properly, they can come across as abrupt and hurt people's feelings in the way. So as a result, before you jump in and become, share your feelings right away or share your ideas, ask permission first. Hey guys, I got something to say about this. Would I be all right? Right? Simple like that. Demanding. I need, okay? Because their calendar is full, they have no wiggle room, don't waste my time. So that means, I can't wait for you to get that email on your own leisure. So I need that report so that I can move forward. I can't stop the ship because I'm waiting for you. So, understand where they're coming from. As a result, in an area of improvement for them, they can come across as impatient. So if you're a D, if you know that this can wait, when you hand over a task for someone, or you ask someone to get you something and you know that you need it, just ask them, or give a deadline. It's like, hey, I need this by, and tell them by when would you need it, so that they can plan accordingly, so that not everything is revolved around you. All right. Decisive. They're very decisive. In areas and times of uncertainty, you can always count on a D to make a decision, all right? So because, again, they're natural born leaders, they have no problem making a decision. It doesn't have to be the right decision, but someone has to make a decision, and you can always count on the drivers to make a decision. As a result, they cannot come across as good team players, and they find themselves working independently, which is good if they're in sales, for example, and it could be a little bit, hindering if they're working on a team project, because they will run with something and without communicating what they're doing, because they're dominant and they want to get things done, and sometimes they don't share what they're up to with others, which leaves others in the dark, and they kind of come across as, they're just doing their own thing. So area of improvement for that is to work on it in a team as a follower. All right, as a follower, because what really makes a great leader is becoming a great follower. All right. The biggest fear: losing charge, losing control, not being in charge. All right. As a result of that, when they feel not being in charge, then their difficult personality will show up and then become bullies. All right, we all know what the bullies are. They raise their voice, they become a little bit aggressive, they become more passionate, right? So and if you're more of an S or an I, that might come across a little bit intimidating. So how to cope with it is stand your ground. Stand your ground. If you don't stand your ground, the drivers will take it as a sign of weakness and they will take advantage of it rather than they take it as a sign of kindness. Okay, so stand your ground. Learn how to stand your ground. Learn some communication tools. Breathe, take a deep breath in, and say something like, hey, I noticed that you're raising your voice. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that. Would it make sense for us to schedule this talk for another time? Okay? And another time, have the conversation in public or have a witness to be available there so that if they start raising their voice, then they're going to be hurting themselves. All right? So I hope that served you. Look for the future videos. Until then, be fearless and always be growing. Cheers.